Hi and hello everybody! Welcome to a Let's Play. Yes, I know! I'm doing one! What is this magic? I finally came around to back to doing YouTube videos, so I thought, well, we've been streaming RimWorld, so why not do Starship Theory on the side on the YouTube channel, and here we are. So yeah, Starship Theory, you've either seen me stream it or you're here because YouTube told you to go watch it. So that's awesome. If you've seen it before, you know what I'm going to say. It's basically like FTL and RimWorld had a love child, and yeah, there we are. Basically, you are an escape pod that you can see here on the screen, like right there in the middle. You can see my mouse pointer circling it. That's the escape pod that you get launched in, basically, and that's where the game begins. And you make your way through the galaxy, you know, just plotting along, building your ship, making your ship larger, building weapons, growing food, mining resources, and occasionally, quite often actually, battling people that don't like you, or that you have threatened because you want their stuff. So that's, like, in a nutshell, basically Starship Theory. So why don't we just hop right in and get started? I've been playing a little bit by myself, but obviously we're gonna do a new save. And at this point, if you're watching this, put a comment down in the comment section below, and I will name one of our lovely people after you. Currently we have some pretty good engineers. We got a good science guy. I'm actually gonna re-roll this though. I want some. Oh my god, there we go. That's a bit better. I mean, we've got only a 3. What we can do is do a 3 here, 2 here, and then a 1, which will train up, and one of them can be a general person who does like cleanup and stuff. And as usual, we need to rename this. So we are going to be the USS Butts, because butts are beautiful and good and gorgeous and lovely and amazing. And now let's press the start button, not the select new crew button, which I've pressed very, very, very often on stream, thus re-rolling people I had just named. That is not what you're supposed to do. Alright, let's go. Let's get started. And we'll see where this adventure takes us. On stream, I've mostly crashed and died, and well, not crashed. You can't crash in this, but like died and blew up in space and all that lovely jovely thing stuff. Yeah, not good. So let's get started. The first thing, obviously, that we need to do is change the ship's color, because that is amazingly important. Amazingly important. Yeah, I swear I know how to English, but it's very early in the morning. It's like 8:08 on a Monday morning. This is not good. This is not good. And yes, now we know when I recorded this. Basically before my stream. But a lot earlier before my stream, actually. But there we are. That's gonna be a very nice color for the hull. I should have selected the hull first. I always like going with blue hulls. I don't know. It's just nice. I like doing my floor white-ish, just to distinguish it a little bit more from the beds. And we gotta do our exhaust, engine thrust, tail, whatever you want to call it. We need to do that in a different color as well. Let's go for like a dark purple. Maybe more like a light purple. I know this has nothing to do with the game, but it's like, yeah, purple. Actually, should we do like a lighter purple? Yeah, that color's nice. Cool, like a sort of a violet-y color. Alright, so we've got, this is our ship panel up here, our little lovely stats. It tells you your shield, which we have none, our armor, which we have none of. This is just our hull structure integrity. This is our heat, which is important when you use lasers and stuff, because it will go up and then the ship will catch on fire up, and you have to have exhaust vents that prevent it. Different types of codes that you can use in alarm series. This is our accuracy. you know, how good we are with shooting. We're at 0. We're not good at shooting. We don't have any sensors, so we're bad at that. We do, however, have +2 evasion. You can get up to +5, which basically helps you avoid enemy fire and asteroids and stuff. You have an FTL, warp, drive, jump, whatever you can do. It takes, like an FTL, it takes time to charge it up. And you can only do it if your evade is over 0. So currently we could do it, but it obviously needs to charge first. This is our little cargo manifest. It tells you what we have. And that is also quite important. The most important bit is this. We are currently at 110 out of 110. So we are full. So we need to build stuff so we can mine more stuff, obviously. This is the metal. It's required for construction. This is silicon, which is required for most things. And then you've got gold, which you need. But I've found myself mostly selling it nowadays. But yeah, that's there. Food, because your people need to eat. Water, your people need to drink, and you can use water to make food. This is the credits that you use for bartering. This is your power, supply, and demand. Currently we have 20 units available, but only 8 in use. And this is our CPU power, which you need to power. Well, you don't need to power it, but you need to run things, because obviously everything is like a one big computer, right? So you need to run it. So we currently have 25 slots, I guess is a word that you can use, and we're using currently only 5 of that. This is our building menu. We'll get more into that when we'll actually start building. This is our research tab. Currently we obviously don't have a research thing, but once we do, you basically, how you do research in this is actually straightforward. You need a research console and you need a person on it, and then you select which area you want to research. That person researches and you accrue points in set category, which you can then spend to unlock things, like down here. Like for example, if we had 6 points in engineering, we could buy a medium solar panel and a small reactor, or a medium solar panel and a medium reactor, or just a large reactor, or a CPU array. So that's basically how that works. This is our little crew manifest. I usually don't have it up on the window unless I get somebody new. So we're just gonna have that going. It basically just tells you what they're good at, right? Like, he's got 2 in like engineering type. No, not engineering. What's the blue stuff? Watch the blue stuff. Utility operator something. Wait, let's see here. It's agility. Yeah, it's agility stuff. Yeah, these are the important ones. Combat and intelligence and that stuff. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to say. And it also tells you down here actually. So green is like for operations and crap. And this is the ship components that we currently have. This will get longer and longer, obviously. And these are the roles that you assign your people, so they do their job. So we need to do that. So Clifford, because he's got 3 in orange, so he's pretty intelligent and good. He's going to be an engineer. Same as Randall, he's also going to be an engineer. And Brandon's also going to be an engineer. Marvin, however, is going to be a general person. What general person people do is they clean up after people. He's basically a janitor. If people die, they go and chuck them out of the airlock, and you know, fun things like that you need to do. And without further ado, let's get actually started. Let's go build some stuff. So I'm actually not going to unpause yet. We're just going to start building our things. First things that I like to build is the mining laser, because you need to mine stuff, and a laser generates a lot of heat. So I like building heat exhausts, at least one basically immediately. So we should unpause and let's get going. Up here there's the speed menu. You can see as pause, 1x speed, 2x and 3x. I generally tend to play at 1x if I'm in an asteroid field or in like a combat situation or something, but since we're just cruising along building stuff right now, we can go to 3x speed and see what is what. We will very much have to start expanding very soon, because they will need access to food and water, and right now they could not be able to they couldn't access it at all if we were to put it down, and we'd have no room, because you can't walk through the water cooler and the food dispenser, obviously, so and we'd run out of room very quickly. The good thing what this game does is for your different lasers, because later on, like if you check your weapons menu, you've got lots and lots of different things. You've got chain guns and EMP turrets and torpedo launchers and, you know, all those fun things. You have different control groups for your laser things. So what you do is you just press Control and 1, and now you see up here it's assigned. Control group 1, left control plus 1 is what I pressed, and now it's assigned to my mining laser. If I click 2, it doesn't do anything. But if I'm on 1, I can use my mining laser, which is this thing, like 1. Now press 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and just off. Or you can press 1, have it going, and then press right click, and it goes off. So now we are very much equipped to handle asteroid fields. And there's our heat vent. You can now see we've got we can accommodate, I guess is a word that you could technically use, up to 5 heat. And we have +1 cooling, so the laser will generate heat, but at the same time this one will give us +1 cooling, so eventually stuff will balance out. If you check in here, utility, you can go to the mining laser, and it says that it generates 0, but I found that it actually does generate heat using it. So I don't know if that's maybe tweaked. This game is still very early access, so yeah, there's still stuff that's being tweaked. And there's our first asteroid field, and mining is going to take for freaking ever now. So while we're mining, because the mining is what I do, there's nobody else controlling it. Like the pawns, they don't do the mining, I do the mining. So we are going to expand our hull, which you just do like this, and you need to expand your hull, and so you can build floor afterwards. So we're going to build our hull, and then once we've done that, we can build our hull, basically. We're also going to remove these. Don't worry, we will not vent atmosphere. I just want to build a bit forward, my ship forward, and you can't build off of angular walls like that, unfortunately. So there we are. They're going to do that, and I'll be doing the mining. I prefer doing it at 1x speed, but let's see if we can do it at 2x speed, so stuff happens and we get things. So yeah, see there, it generated heat, even so in the tooltip it says it doesn't, so we need to be very careful about that. And now it got damaged, as you can see. Oh god. Ugh. Yeah, see, there you can see the hit points of the laser, and it is currently at 35 out of 34, like 35 out of 45. There we go. I swear I know how to number. And it took damage because it overheated, so we very much need another heat vent, basically ASAP. So I will prioritize these 2 bits for being built. And let's mine a little bit. We just gotta watch that number. It's too fast. I can't do it. It's too fast. Oh, there we go. System's overheating, indeed. Oh, give me the metal. Before... Okay, cool. There we go, we got some metal. Yeah, we're currently at 88 out of 110. And the good thing in this game is, if you deconstruct something, you will get the resources back, and you will get the resources back 100%. So yeah, now we've got lots of fire going on. This is really bad. The general, our janitor, is also responsible for putting out fires at the moment. And of course, if you have fires, stuff gets damaged, as you can see right there. And now we are going to, because we got rid of that, we're going to build that, and this bit, and that bit, and then we'll have a very blocky structure. Or rather, I guess a cube? But I mean, the Borg did it, so we should be fine doing it, I guess. Yeah, and now we've got our first ship on an intercept course. Hopefully, they are not hostile, and we need to prioritize that, because soon enough, that laser is going to be dead. Right, this is the trade menu, or fighting menu, depending on how it is. They actually have crew for sale, but we don't really I don't want to sell food. I'm not going to be crazy like that. I don't think I can just sell. No, I can't sell just 8 that we have. I would love to buy that crew, but we can't afford it. So there's, yeah, we can't actually do anything with them, unfortunately. Because we have nothing to sell. Yes, I could sell the food, but even that would, first of all, we don't have 12 food. And second of all, that would not be enough to buy the crew member, so it's useless. And as we are increasing our mass, our evasion will go down. As you can see in there, it says max is 5, compared against enemies accuracy plus 1d10 to evade attack. Increases chance to avoid asteroid collision. Nav crew skills is 0 because we don't have any navigation consoles and nobody working them. Our engine power is 3 because we've got a small engine. Our mass is -1 currently. So we are at 1 mass at the moment. So our total is 2. Soon enough it will go up though, because we're obviously expanding, so there's that. But for now, this is what we'll do, and we just passed that asteroid field, so we're just gonna increase our speed so stuff will get built as soon as possible, really. Okay, they're leaving now. Oh yeah, there's also technically a notification panel. I suppose we could leave that up so you can see what's happening with the ship at the moment. You really need to go inside, Brandon. Brandon, can you please, Brandon, go inside. He really needs oxygen. Code blue is basically just a thing that says all crew return to ship. It's an alarm thing. I just used that to get Brandon inside because his oxygen was getting really low, and I don't want him to die because I'm a nice, benevolent. I swear, it's just too early, guys. I can't function this early. I can, but I just speak nonsense. I know you can't access water. We're working on it. We're working on it. As soon as these 2 things are built, it's fine. And we can make a ship bigger. There we go. Build that. And soon, once that is built, we can build this. And then we've got like more floor space. Come on, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do that. Sweet. And we are going to move our heat vents over there and over there. And we will then remove that one because I don't think we can actually power 3 at the same time, and I want that gone so we can make our the inside of the ship bigger. The music in this game, by the way, is really fantastic. I don't know if you can hear it because I've set it pretty quiet, but do look that up. I will put a link to the game on Steam. And a link to the game music down in the description below, so you can go check those out. Along with like all my other, like, you know, social media links, Twitch stuff, and you know, all that good stuff that goes into the section below a video. Okay, so we've got this, and now we'll put another floor in, and now we're getting there. We're getting there. We are making our ship the inside a little bit bigger. So that's the water cooler, so they can access water. And we are also going to put down a food dispenser pretty quickly. We are currently not powering the small heat vent because we do not have enough power. So as you can see here, we're at 20 out of 20. And a small heat vent needs 5 power. You can see it comes up like over here. 5 power and 5 CPU power. So what we need to do clearly is to build a small solar panel, which will go right there. And then we can power those, and then we can run the laser without having to worry about things, which is good. You don't have to worry about it overheating as much. Star detected it had. Okay, so what do stars do? Stars are evil meanies. Stars will basically, they will not increase, they will increase heat, and they will start random fires, even if you have enough heat exhausts that will take care of the heat. They will just start random fires. So you need to have people like on general that do firefighting. So there we go. Now we've got everything powered, and we've got visitors, and they've got I could sell them gold, which I'm actually going to do, and I'm going to buy their food. Now our astronauts, they don't actually, you know, they don't actually eat that much, and they don't eat very quickly. Like, we've now got 28 food that's going to last us quite a while. And you can actually support a small crew, like, of like 6 or 7, I think, on one plant bed alone, which is good. But until we get to the plant bed, I would much prefer to actually have a just a stockpile of food, really. And see, now we're running the laser, and we're at 10 and +2 cooling, so it's actually not overheating. We are cooling it enough that it doesn't overheat. I mean, it's still, but not a lot. And it's actually like overheating now because there is a star there. So that's actually the bigger problem right now, not the mining. It's the star that you can just barely see over here behind the planet. So that is our main concern right now. There we go. So the brown stuff obviously was metal. The blue, dark blue stuff was silicon that we just harvested. And you can see that our numbers here went up. So we gotta wait till we pass that star. We are going to build a food dispenser now. So they won't have, like, you know, they won't have to complain about that. Our mass now is plus, our evasion is now +1 because our mass is 2. So yeah, right now we can still jump, so that's good. Because that's always, you know, if a ship is hostile that wants to fight you, you can either fight them and hopefully win, or you can bribe them and you can, you know, and then they'll go away. That just crashed into us rather. We did not evade them. Or you can jump to warp or FTL or whatever you want to call it if your jump drive is charged. So yeah, ours is charging very slowly, but is charging, so we should be fine. Just stop because we went to 10 out of 10. Let's go and get that. There we go. And now we need to repair a ship. And there we are. People are obviously, they also, you can crew. They will get, you know, they have an HP value, which you can see here. And they can recover HP by resting, eating, or medical treatment. And the higher their endurance is, the better their HP is. And you can actually DPS like attackers down with your guns. Like, you can just shoot their people and stuff like that. But obviously we don't want our people to die, so we need to keep an eye on that. We don't have any beds yet, but they will still sleep. They'll just sleep on the floor, which is obviously not as effective as sleeping on a freaking bed. Makes sense. I mean, you know, who wants to sleep on a freaking floor? That's pretty damn uncomfortable. Though I have to admit, sometimes, depending on the bed, I do prefer sleeping on the floor. I hate soft beds. They're the worst. It's not because they're super uncomfortable, they just really hurt my back. Like, my back just can't take it. So, yeah, then I will actually opt to sleep on the floor. Okay, so we had put the blueprint for the food dispenser down, hadn't we? But because we took damage because of a fire on the floor there, the blueprint got deleted. But we didn't lose any resources. You don't actually spend the resources for things until they're completely built. They get sort of pre-allocated, but they don't disappear from this number just yet. They will once it's actually built. Just keep an eye on this area, and then you can see. And see, Marvin just went to sleep on the floor, and he's catching some Z's, and he will recover his HP. Yeah, it's at 17 right now, and it will increase and go up once he is done sleeping. And you can see, like, his mood is going up, his morale is improving, his endurance went up, and his health is actually at 17. Well, it should have gone up. Come on. Come on. There we go. See, there it went. -5, -2. And the food sensor's up here. We can't use it right now because we do not have enough CPU power. So we need to build the CPU panel. There we go. Let's make it faster so we can see that happen. And they can eat their food. And they don't have to starve. There we go. We did it. We're zooming in right now, and now you can see them. Brandon's probably going to go get something to eat. Maybe? No? Oh, no, we have to turn it on. Damn it. There we go. Now he can go eat. You have to... Anybody gonna eat? Is there anybody? Anybody? Anybody want to... No, Marvin? Marvin. Look, he's got a cup of some green sludge, and he's eating it and making a mess everywhere. Well, at least he's the one that has to clean it. And Randall as well. And now Marvin should technically recover some HP. Hopefully. Instead of it going down. Once he's done eating. There we go. See, it just jumped to 20. And with our colonists eating and drinking, we will stop this episode right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Subscribe, leave a like or a comment. Tell me what can I do better? What was good? Do you want to be a crew member? Then put your name down there. And yeah, I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye bye everybody.